151 voting districts across 7 provinces are being contested. Over 145 candidates from 29 political parties are contesting the second installment of by-elections this year. Most of these polls are held in Gauteng. Voters will select new councillors to replace those who have died or who have been recalled by their parties. The votes today will be the penultimate by-elections before the final votes on June 30th, 2021. The IEC said that by this time it would have covered all the backlogs in the by-elections accumulated since 2020 when the lockdown started. It says the national coronavirus vaccine rollout, which has entered its second phase this week, will not affect operations. The IEC says it will keep a close eye on COVID-19 infections. For more, we are joined by SABC News reporter Natasha Phiri in Ennerdale, Ward 7. Natasha, thanks so much for your time this afternoon. Take me through the events that have unfolded thus far. And I see you've got a group of people who are voting behind you.
Well, very good afternoon to you, Natasha, and of course to our SABC viewers. Well, Ward 7 here in Ennerdale has been really a hyper activity, a highly contested ward. You have the DA, you have the ANC, you have the Patriotic Alliance, you have the EFF, you have parties like Al Jamaa who are actually contesting this ward, which is currently run by the Democratic Alliance. Because of time constraints, I'd like to get into this interview. Natasha, you've indicated that I am joined by various leaders of various political parties, and we'll just be talking to them about issues around this area, service delivery and so forth. So thank you so much for joining us today on SABC. You're from the DA. Just quickly introduce your name, your surname and your designation, and furthermore, this is a DA-run ward. I mean, in terms of your track record, are you happy with the services you've been delivering to the people of Ward 7 in Ennerdale?
Correct. My name's Darren Bergman. I come from Parliament. We've held this ward. We're optimistic that we hope we've done enough. We don't take our votes for granted, so we out here hoping, and we hope we've done enough to canvass our votes, and hopefully today that will speak for itself.
Mr. Bergman, are you not worried that it seems there's a certain trend? The DA has been losing quite a number of wards, not only in the previous by-elections, but by-elections from last year as well.
Look, each by-election teaches us a lot of things that we learn from, and hopefully we grow from each by-election, and we keep on growing. We learn from those, and each by-election is a lesson for us. So we take those lessons and we keep on growing.
Mr. Bergman, thank you so much for your time. Let me just bring in a lady here, Delisiwe from Al Jamaa. If you'll also just give us your surname. This is a first for you contesting this ward. Do you hope to be lucky as you were lucky last year in winning a ward in Ennerdale?
I'm so happy to be lucky. I believe that we will run this ward accordingly. As we want to bring change into the community, there's no development here in Ennerdale, but we need to bring that on point. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Delisiwe. If you'll just hang around here for me, and let me just bring other political parties into the fold. I'm joined by a gentleman here from the EFF. If you also just introduce your name, your surname, your designation, please. And what are you hoping to bring to the people of Ennerdale?
My name is Solim Kize, member of PCT, Provincial Command Team. What we promise is economic freedom. Because when you look at this ward, it tells you that there is 2 classes. 4 of the VDs, where they live well. 4 of the VDs, the poor of the poor. But it can be. And it's been under this. It's been like this under the ANC. It's been like this under the DA. So that's what we want to correct. We want to say our people, we are here to create sports facilities. We are here to build schools. We are here to push for better roads. We are here for better...
Mr. Mkize, sorry to cut you in. I just want to bring in a short question, because you've got 2 more political parties to go interview. I just want to know, I mean, the EFF has not won ward in the previous by-elections, nor the by-elections last year, but it is quite notable. It was quite... one would recognize that the EFF is actually gaining momentum, But is this not a worry for the EFF that you haven't won a ward so far?
No, it's not a worry. What goes around comes around. If we quickly win wards, we will quickly lose ward. The way we are building the EFF, slowly but surely, and we are doing it nicely. We are building this thing and we are growing at our pace. But one day when we start winning, you'll hold my hand, we'll win the whole country. Because we are growing in the whole country.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mkhize. Mr. Mkhize, they're from the EFF saying that they are winning these wards slowly but surely. We are joined by the regional secretary of the ANC, Mr. Dada Morero. Thank you so much for joining us at SABC News. I mean, we're speaking to you at a time where the ANC is facing a number of challenges. It's not only the step-aside resolutions, not only court battles between the suspended Secretary General of the ANC. You also have issues around the Johannesburg mayor and the ANC's regional chairperson in the greater Johannesburg region.
Well, the ANC has put every effort, every resources to win these by-elections, especially focusing in Ward 7, 17 and 18, which we believe that we've got a good chance to win these wards. They were never ANC wards. They've always been with the Democratic Alliance, so this time around we will change and take over these wards. Challenges faced by the ANC. I think the ANC is an organization that has demonstrated over the years that it does have ability to deal with its own internal problems and resolve them amicably. Yes, there are issues with the regional chair, which are related to his appearance as a witness in the Zondo Commission, and those matters has been or are being handled properly by the Provincial Executive Committee. And
I understand you've been mandated to write a letter to the PEC. This, like you're saying, this matter of Mr. Makubo will be dealt with the PEC.
Yes, Mr. Makubo, the chairperson himself did write a letter to the directed to the chairperson of the Provincial Integrity Committee, and the regional working committee also said we should write a letter to reinforce his letter to request the province to really focus on this matter, give it time and attention, and resolve it so that the region can have time to focus on the elections and not be deterred by issues that are related to the Zondo Commission.
Mr. Morero, I'll just leave it here for now. Thank you so much for your time. Natasha, I'm going to try get a member of the Patriotic Alliance to actually speak to us. I'm not so sure if our colleague Kwazi can just walk with me quickly. We were supposed to talk to them earlier on, but I must just put it on record that they had a problem with us, interviewing our candidates here, saying that we're interviewing them behind the ANC banner, which of course is not true. We'll just try get one representative from the Patriotic Alliance. And just to remind our viewers there, voting stations today will close at 9 p.m. So for those who are knocking off late, you still have time to go vote at the various voting stations. Can I get somebody to speak to, please? Hi, sir. How are you?
Very well.
Good. Natasha Phiri here from SABC News. So I understand that you're the candidate that's running or contesting in this war. And I mean, in terms of, service delivery around here, what do you think about that? Are you actually optimistic that the Patriotic Alliance will win this ward? We know that you've won a ward last year as well. And what are your prospects this year?
Right. Let us be frank. I am not the candidate that is unfortunately busy right now. My name is David Lucas. I am, in fact, an ex-DA councillor that has gone over to the Patriotic Alliance purely on the grounds that the Patriotic Alliance is the one party in our country at this moment that shows growth. The Patriotic Alliance is the one party in this country that treats all people equally. Yes. There is no distinction between race in the Patriotic Alliance, and we have people and members of all colors. We have known that service delivery amongst both the ANC and also the DA has been putrid. And we know that the Patriotic Alliance, like in Reveille Ward 68, we will make the difference.
Thank you so much. Well, that was Mr. Lucas there from the Patriotic Alliance. Natasha, quite confident that they actually will win, Ward 7 here in Ennerdale. Of course, as SABC News, we managed to get all the voices of the various political parties that are actually campaigning in this ward. As I indicated before, it is really a highly contested ward, and one would actually, be actually waiting with bated breath to see the results of these by-elections, which will be announced tomorrow. As for me and Kwazi Manzi here in Ennerdale, it's back to you in studio.
Thank you so much to Natasha Phiri. We'll move